Hey YouTube, welcome back to Dwayne's World. So here we are, it's part 3 of lawn recovery. So was it a recovery? Was it a failure? Are we gonna be laying down those stripes? Well, if you wanna find out, you better stay tuned. All right, so welcome back to season 3, episode 5, part 3 of Hyrid Bermuda Recovery, also known as Dwayne Fix Your Ugly Lawn. All right, guys, so I'm very, very excited about today's episode because we're going to be finding out whether or not all of that hard work that we did in the last couple weeks is going to really pay off. Now, remember, I've taken a very, very simple approach to be able to bring my lawn back. I started out by going ahead and killing off all the weeds that were in my lawn. Now, I'm still battling a couple, but at the same time, the large majority are now gone. The second thing is I did that scalp. And after the scalp, I went ahead and laid down that Anderson's 24011 and then watered it, plus time over the last couple weeks. And now you guys are gonna see how well it came out. Okay, so with that, guys, let me go ahead and show you the lawn and what it's currently looking like. All right, guys, so the first thing I'm gonna say is, wow, what a difference 2.5 weeks will make. Now, for those of you new to my channel, first of all, welcome. But what you're looking at here is about 7,000 square feet of Hyrid Bermuda, Tifway 419, one of the most common forms of Hyrid Bermuda. But as you guys can see here, the lawn is absolutely looking much, much better than it was a couple weeks ago. Now, it doesn't mean this lawn is perfect, because as you guys can see, I do have some dry spots, areas that still need to fill in, but that's okay, because of the fact that it's just gonna take a little more time, a little more water, and I'll continue to feed the lawn as we go through the year. All right, guys, so now that you've seen the lawn, we're gonna go ahead and take it one step further, because what we need to do, just to kind of put the cherry on top, is we need to lay down some stripes. That's right, and what we're gonna be using is the California trimmer. So with that, let's get to the mow. Whew, it is definitely a hot one today. You know, it has been unseasonably hot, not only in my area here in Southern California, but really throughout the country. It's just been absolutely brutal this year. So if you're out there mowing the lawn like I am, God bless you. But with all that hard work, let's go ahead and take a look and see what our result is. That's right, let's go ahead and take a look. Oh my goodness. Am I back in 2023? Let's go ahead and turn the camera around and find out. All right, guys, you tell me. Is that color on point? Has this lawn now recovered? Is this still the same lawn that we were looking at 2 to 3 weeks ago? God, unbelievable. I am completely shocked. You know, I was really, really worried that I would not be able to bring the lawn back this year. But God, only had a matter of over a couple weeks. And we're only in July. I still got a good 2-3 months of mowing that's gonna be going on. Now I wish I would have been able to run double stripes. I normally run them in this direction, creating a nice diamond pattern, but oh man, those stripes are on fire. Cow trimmer, God bless you. Doing it again for us. Cannot complain. You know, I do have a couple of trouble areas, like I mentioned earlier in the video. You know, got a little bit of a dry spot about right there. Also along my curbing here. Let me go ahead and take you up front here. Definitely have had some struggles up here. It was really, really bad at the start of the year, but you know, right now it's not as bad as it was. But I do have a plan to be able to maybe help speed up the recovery in this area. But as you guys can see here, I got a pretty big patch there, a fairly decent sized patch here. And, you know, for the most part, these areas here that are slightly thinner than the other parts of the lawn, they will fill in. I'm less worried about those areas because that was pretty much throughout my entire lawn. Same thing like this one. This one's also probably going to be able to fill in on its own. Now, one option is I can plug the area. I do have a pro plugger. Helps you be able to take some good plugs from different parts of the lawn that are very healthy, put it into some of those trouble areas there. It'll help the lawn be able to recover that much quicker. But, you know, I may just even leave it. You know, the Bermuda is definitely recovering. We still got plenty of time left in the rest of the season. That area will fill in. Now, it may take, you know, a good couple of weeks to be able to fully fill in. But I would say that lawn recovery is absolutely a success. Now, guys, my original plan for today's mow is I was actually going to use the McLean. Nothing against the California trimmer and nothing against the McLean. I just kind of felt like using a McLean. But then I remembered, you know, because I did all that scalping, and I've used the McLean quite a bit. I did a paper test on the McLean just because it's been a little while and it wasn't cutting paper. So I figured, you know what? Easy fix. Go ahead and adjust the reel to bed knife. But when I did the adjustment, it was way too tight. So what does that tell me? I needed to do a backlap. And that's what I may put on video for my next video. So please subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up on this video if you liked it. Now, I haven't done a 20-inch backlapping video for the McLean. I did do the 25-inch last year, but I kind of figured, you know what? Let me put another one on video for the 20-inch, just in case anybody thinks there is a difference. There's only one thing I'll probably change that I did from last time that I'll do differently this time. But if you want to find out what that is, you're going to have to stay tuned. Because for right now, I'm just going to enjoy these beautiful stripes. All right, guys, so one of the things I decided to do is actually put together a series of video clips from the start of this project. Now, it takes us from day one all the way up till today. So I hope you guys enjoyed it because it really kind of shows you guys the progress that we made over the last 2.5 weeks. So with that, let's go ahead, take a look. All right, guys, so one of the things I want you guys to take away from this video is that it did not take me a whole lot of different steps, a whole lot of money to be able to bring my lawn back from what it used to look like to looking like that. And if you too have a Bermuda lawn, you could do it too. A lot of times when we watch YouTube, and I'm a big fan of watching YouTube, especially lawn content, as you guys can imagine, one of the things that does sometimes happen is we look at a lot of the YouTubers, and there's a lot of great YouTubers out there on YouTube when it comes to lawn care, but they're often suggesting a lot of different inputs that you're gonna need in order to have a great looking lawn. And I'm not saying any of those things are bad. In fact, if you did every one of them, I'm sure you're gonna get a fabulous result. But one of the things I think is not always realistic, especially in this day and age, is we don't all have the budget to be able to take care of all those things. So that's why I was really excited about putting this series together. I didn't really throw down a lot of different things on my lawn, and look, it's looking great. I think one of the most important things you can do, and this always kind of goes without saying, when you have a Bermuda lawn, the best thing for you to do is to mow it. Now, I know a lot of times people don't believe that that's really going to bring your lawn back. But remember the very first episode of this series where I went ahead and mowed my lawn at 7/8 and it was looking great with that stripe action? That's what I mean. So even if your lawn isn't quite looking where you want it to look, give it a mow. The mowing itself is going to make it look a lot better. It's going to encourage the grass to grow. And you too can also have a great looking lawn. You know, a couple months ago, I had a lot of things going on, which really allowed my lawn to kind of get out of control. And I was really worried about it. But I also thought of it as a great opportunity to not only bring it back, but to show you guys how you can just take these simple steps and get the lawn the way you want it to look. All right, so with that, I want to thank you guys for all of your support. Again, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And as always, be excellent and party on.